Everybody knows that the English Premier League is always full of surprises, especially when it comes to the title race. In this type of run you cannot relax until the last match day, the last whistle. But when you have a big lead over the second place, you know it's hard not to relax, well, at least for a moment. But as it turned out, for some teams that very little moment can be fatal. Now British football will show you biggest title collapses in Premier League history. These were the words of Steven Gerrard after a vital victory over Manchester City at the end of the season. The Reds were 7 points ahead of the Citizens, also Chelsea was on the alert. There was no time to relax, but Liverpool were already dreaming of their long-awaited title for the first time since 1990. It was almost in their hands and slipped out at the most important moment.
Oh, given away, here's Demba. It's one-on-one. Demba for Chelsea, scored! Can you believe it? Sturridge. Willian will take it on, and here's Torres. And look, there's no defence at all. Torres to finish it off against his old club. It's Willian. Look at that. Look what it means to the Chelsea fans. It's 2-0 to Chelsea.
After Gerrard's legendary sleep, there was a wasted 3-goal lead against Palace, and that was it. Manchester City climbed to the top of the table and they never fell again. For Liverpool and personally Stevie G, it was a huge low blow. They lost only 1 in 26 games, the most convincing title push in post-Highbury era, 5 points ahead of the second Manchester United, and that afternoon in Birmingham, where all went wrong.
Eduardo into space, tackled by Taylor, who showed studs. Oh, he's sent off! 2 minutes gone, and this is very nasty. The Arsenal players here are in some distress. I'm told the injury is so disturbing, we cannot show pictures of it. It's going to be McFadden! Birmingham lead 1-0. Again under pressure comes for it, doesn't make it! 1-1! Arsenal have an equaliser! Arsenal dominant. Walcott, beautiful! For Arsenal, oh, Clichy, a mistake there! Penalty to Birmingham! Sloppiness at the end! Gallas, a yellow card for that. This could be huge. 2-2 after 94.5 minutes.
This is some finale here. Arsenal have thrown away 2 points against 10 men. Again, they were in more or less total control of, with Gallas sitting there in a lone protest, seething with anger, wondering how Arsenal threw that away.
Eduardo's broken leg, frustration in the last minute, and the most damaging display of Gallas, the captain, that refused to leave the field after final whistle. This terrible set of circumstances cost only 1 win from 7 possible, and Arsenal ended up third, 4 points behind champions Manchester United.
First blood in the derby, and he goes Manchester City's way, and he sent him off. Evans is gone. Milner, it's 2 for City. Great ball. Oh, City are in dreamland here. And that's a great goal from Darren Fletcher. It's Lescott, it's Dzeko to David Silva. Is he going to make it 5? Does Dzeko have the legs to stay away from Ferdinand and make it 6? Unbelievable. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 6. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
It was a shame, humiliation from the noisy neighbors. However, United recovered amazingly, winning 20 of 24 matches after the City defeat to open up an 8-point lead in the beginning of April. But
An unexpected twist in the title race. A first defeat in 13 Premier League games.
That is a disaster. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
It's ended 4-4. United have thrown away
3 points. This could be crucial in the title race.
Benson Company! Manchester City ahead! City don't care, and they go top of the Premier League. 2 matches to go between Manchester City and their first league title since 1968.
Due to United's April giveaway, it was the closest title race in Premier League history, which was won on the last minute of the season by Sergio
Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in.
Of course, we want to win the title, but I think the most difficult thing for the club is to be consistent, and we have been remarkably consistent. We lost the league to a team who spent 50% more money every year. Last year they bought a player for £30 million when they lost the championship. They will do the same next year, and we have done miracles just to fight with them. A little ironic to hear such words, knowing that Arsenal lost this title race by being 8 points clear from Man United in March. Wenger's guys poke sticks in their own spokes.
2 guys gone for goal! I think that's an own goal, you know, Kolo Touré.
Game of the season, you bet it is!
It's 2-2.
The day the title slipped away.
The icing on the cake was the match against Leeds on Highbury, in which the Peacocks saved themselves from relegation.
Viduka! Leeds United lead again. They've got the late goal. It's over. Manchester United are the champions. Leeds United are safe from relegation, and Arsenal can only reflect on a missed opportunity to make history.
In justification, we can say that Wenger's team will be remembered not for this failure, but for the next season's success, where the Gunners became invincible. The first Premier League season was truly unpredictable. In November, the future champions Manchester United were 10th with 7 games without a win. And a bit later, Norwich City were sitting in the first place with 8 points clear. Unfortunately for Canaries, the season didn't end in November and they collapsed from the first place to 3rd. What about Manchester United? They clinched the first league title since 1967 with the November 1992 signing that changed all the odds. That Liverpool side was indeed extraordinary, but to their regret there was a more extraordinary club in the league. They lost only 1 game that season and in December were 9 points clear. That's why the final standings are looking too unfair for the Reds. The February series of draws cost too much for them. Even Liverpool, who won the Champions League that season, couldn't compete with Guardiola's Manchester City. United had led by 11 points after beating Chelsea in February, even blew the chance to move 14 points clear. The climax of the season was a match at Old Trafford against Arsenal.
Anelka on. Overmars, maybe this time, yes! Arsenal with a crucial goal! And Overmars gives Arsenal a goal which has blown the championship race wide open.
After that game, Arsenal was only 6 points away from United, with 3 games in hand. If they win their games in hand, they will go ahead of us, but they will find out they start dropping points toward the end of the season. There is no question about that. They played well today, but I don't think they are as good a football team as us, said Alex Ferguson, and he was completely wrong. That victory at Old Trafford proved the second of 10 consecutive wins that saw Arsenal win the title with 2 games to spare. Also later, Arsenal completed a domestic double in a win against Newcastle in the FA Cup final. And for Ferguson's Man United, it was the season with the one and only trophy, the Charity Shield. The entertainers. Kevin Keegan's boys in 1996 were going to win Newcastle's first league title since 1927. At some point they were 12 points clear. If only.
First Premiership defeat of 1996.
It's 3-3.
Cantona coming in, and he scored for Manchester United.
This has never been their day, that is it.
It's a goal! Robbie Fowler! Ferdinand! 1-1. Newcastle have turned this game on its head. Fowler! 2-2! Asprilla! Yes! Oh, it's a good ball in. Collymore! Liverpool 3, Newcastle 3. But here's Collymore! Liverpool have won it! An amazing finish! The disconsolate faces of the Newcastle fans.
Anfield's thriller was a defining match of the season. The image of Kevin Keegan hunched over the advertising boardings and his "I would love it" speech are tragically legendary Premier League moments.
When you do that with footballers, he went down in my estimation. But I'll tell you, you can tell him now if you're watching it, we're still fighting for this title. And he's got to go to Middlesbrough and get something. And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
United got something at Borough, 3 points in fact, and after they comfortably won the title, with Newcastle drawing their last 2 matches of the campaign.